The chaos that went down backstage last night has left the entire hip-hop world gasping for air. And Jim Jones? He's done playing nice. Cameras caught what fans are calling one of the most explosive moments in recent rap history. And the fallout is spreading like wildfire across social media. Eyewitnesses say what started as a tense confrontation quickly spiraled into a full-on physical altercation. Fists, security, shouting, and a level of rage no one expected from the usually composed Harlem legend. According to insiders who were right there when it all went down, Jim Jones was cornered after his set by someone he's had issues with for months, and when words turned to disrespect, all hell broke loose. Within seconds, the scene was pure chaos. Crew members tried to pull them apart. Security rushed in, and multiple phones caught the madness from different angles. But what's really blowing minds right now is what Jim said moments later, a cold, furious warning that's already gone viral. Next time, I won't hold back. The internet's split. Fans are demanding answers. Rivals are adding fuel to the fire, and leaked footage suggests this might not be over. What really triggered Jim Jones? Who threw the first punch? And why are insiders saying this fight could be connected to an old betrayal that's been simmering for years? The lights had barely dimmed when chaos struck. And trust me, this was no ordinary backstage scuffle. Reports are flooding in from multiple sources that Jim Jones completely lost it after a confrontation that left crew members running for cover and security, scrambling to separate fists from fury. The scene was so out of control that even veteran insiders are calling it the most dangerous backstage brawl in years. One source whispered, Jim wasn't just mad, he was possessed. It all went down right after the show wrapped, when the tension between Jim and another unnamed artist rumored to be someone very close to Dips said finally exploded. There was yelling, there were shattered bottles. And according to a viral clip now bouncing across X, formerly Twitter, Jim can be heard screaming, "Next time I won't hold back." That one line has fans in an uproar, with many saying this isn't just another industry beef, it's personal. Witnesses say it started when the mystery artist made a slick remark about Chrissy Lampkin during the green room hangout. Jim reportedly froze for a second, his jaw clenching tight before he stood up so fast his chair flipped backward. Within seconds, cameras started rolling. Someone in the background can be heard gasping, "Yo, this is going too far." But it didn't stop there. Jim lunged forward, shoving tables, knocking over drinks, shouting words that even producers are refusing to repeat. The footage shows chaos, security guards swarming, entourage members pushing everyone back, and Jim's voice roaring over the noise. You can hear him yell, "You think I'm scared to ruin everything for respect?" It's raw, it's violent, and it's unlike anything we've seen from him before. This isn't stage hype. This is rage that's been building for months. And here's where things get darker. Because insiders claim this wasn't a random fight. This was the breaking point of a silent war that's been brewing since summer. Sources close to Jim's circle are now revealing that he's been getting messages, leaked messages showing someone spreading private details about his relationship with Chrissy. Screenshots allegedly came from a burner account tied to the very same artist he clashed with backstage. If that's true, this was no coincidence. This was Payback. One insider who claims to have seen the messages said, "It was stuff no one should have known. Stuff only family would know." Jim felt betrayed. That betrayal reportedly pushed him over the edge, turning a tense argument into a full-on explosion. By midnight, social media was ablaze. Fans were dissecting every second of the leaked footage. The hashtag Jim Jones fight leak shot to #1 within an hour. Some fans defended him, saying he was just standing up for himself, while others said the rapper has finally lost control. One viral post read, "Jim's not fighting rappers anymore, he's fighting ghosts from his own crew." But what really stunned everyone was what happened after. Backstage cameras kept rolling even after security pulled him away. You can hear him off-screen, panting, muttering, "They don't understand loyalty. I've built this from nothing. Next time, I won't hold back." That's the moment that's haunting fans right now. Industry whispers suggest that the brawl wasn't just physical, it tore open old wounds. Remember those rumors about tension between Jim and certain Dipset members after Kamran's podcast comments? Well, multiple sources now say this fight might be directly connected. One insider claimed that before punches flew, Jim was told about a private voice recording, allegedly a clip of him venting about the Dipset reunion that was secretly sent to someone who shouldn't have had it. The person accused of leaking it? The same artist he confronted backstage tonight. Now imagine this. Jim finding out in real time, minutes before going on stage, that someone from his circle betrayed him. He performs like nothing's wrong, walks off stage smiling, and then boom, he erupts behind the curtain. That's not just anger. That's heartbreak disguised as fury. And just when you think it couldn't get messier, a new recording surfaced online hours after the fight. It's short, less than 20 seconds, but it's chilling. You can hear what sounds like Jim's voice shouting, "You play with family. You play with fire," before a loud crash cuts the audio. Fans are debating if it's real, but the timing is too perfect. Even verified accounts are reposting it, adding fuel to an already raging fire. Meanwhile, Chrissy Lampkin has gone silent on social media. Her last post was a cryptic Instagram story that read, "Not everything deserves a response." Fans immediately connected it to Jim's meltdown, claiming she's hurt and embarrassed. But insiders are whispering that Chrissy actually warned Jim earlier in the day not to attend the event, saying she had a bad feeling. According to one close source, Chrissy told him she didn't want any drama, but Jim said he needed to set something straight. So what exactly was he setting straight? Word is, the fight wasn't just about insults or recordings. It was about loyalty. Apparently, Jim recently discovered that a close friend had been paid to leak private info to gossip pages. And when he found out who was behind it all, that's when the fire ignited. An alleged text from Jim's inner circle is now circulating online. Reading, "They thought I was soft. I kept quiet too long. Now it's up." Fans are convinced it came directly from Jim's phone, though no one can confirm. Still, that one message has everyone wondering just how deep this betrayal goes. Producers have already tried to do damage control, releasing a short statement claiming a minor disagreement occurred backstage. But fans aren't buying it. They've seen the clips, they've heard the shouts, and now everyone's demanding the full footage. Some even claim streaming platforms are pulling videos before they spread too far, which, of course, only makes people want them more. The biggest shock, though, came when a well-known music journalist tweeted, "I was there. It was bad. Jim's whole team was involved. Someone got hurt." That tweet was deleted minutes later, but screenshots spread like wildfire. And now everyone's asking the same question. Who was the man behind the fight? Rumors point to a high-profile rapper known for his past issues with Jim, someone who's been throwing subliminal shots for months. If that name drops, it could split the industry in two. Because this isn't just a fight, this is a declaration of war. But the story doesn't stop here. Because just when Jim thought the cameras were off, someone captured what might be the most shocking part of all, a backstage moment that could destroy careers if it ever goes public. And from what I've heard, that footage isn't staying hidden for long. Moments after the chaos, a storm began to brew that no one could contain. Phones were buzzing, messages flying, and the entire hip-hop community seemed to hold its breath as more details spilled out. Jim Jones had left the building, but not in silence. Reporters outside the venue caught him storming past security, eyes blazing, hoodie pulled tight, muttering something that sent chills down everyone's spine. They want a war. I'll give them one. That one line became the quote of the night. Within minutes, social media turned into a battlefield. Fan pages were dissecting the fight frame by frame, while industry insiders started dropping cryptic hints. A verified producer tweeted, "You can't play both sides forever. The truth always leaks." Another artist close to the situation posted a now-deleted Instagram story showing a shattered dressing room mirror with the caption, "He snapped." The internet immediately connected it to Jim. But then came the bombshell, the leaked audio. Around 3 a.m., a voice recording started circulating in private group chats before exploding across gossip blogs. In it, you can hear what sounds unmistakably like Jim yelling, "You had the nerve to talk about Chrissy. Say her name again, I dare you," followed by loud crashes and screams in the background. The clip sent shockwaves through the industry. Some said it was doctored. Others swore it was real. Either way, it lit a fuse that couldn't be put out by dawn. Everyone wanted answers. Who was Jim fighting? What was said about Chrissy? And most importantly, why did it get this personal? That's when the first insider leak hit. A source close to the rival artist claimed Jim had been baited, that the artist had intentionally provoked him by bringing up Chrissy's name, mocking her past and suggesting she'd moved on emotionally long ago. The words were meant to sting, and they did. According to one eyewitness, Jim tried to walk away at first. But then the artist said something that flipped the switch completely. Something so raw that even security guards later said they'd never seen Jim look like that. One guard told an online blogger it wasn't just anger. He looked like his soul cracked. Within hours, a new video clip surfaced, this time from another angle. It showed Jim being restrained by 3 men while shouting, "You think you can play with my name and get away with it?" Fans went into meltdown. Twitter threads turned into detective boards. Some said this was about betrayal. Others claimed the rival artist had been secretly recording private convos for months to use against him, and then came the screenshot leaks. A popular gossip account dropped alleged DMS between Jim and a mysterious anonymous user. Someone warning him days before the fight, saying he's been plotting something big. Watch your back backstage. That message, timestamped just 2 nights before the event, sent chills through fans. Who was warning him? Was someone inside Jim's own circle feeding him information? The next twist came when a clip of Chrissy crying started spreading. In what appears to be a FaceTime recording, she can be heard saying, "He promised me he wouldn't go there. I told him not to." Fans believe the video was leaked by someone trying to embarrass her. But it backfired because it made the story even more tragic. People began flooding Chrissy's comments with support, calling her the calm before Jim's storm. But behind the scenes, it was getting darker. A report from an unnamed promoter claimed someone was injured in the fight. Not severely, but enough to call for medical attention. That rumor spread like wildfire, and within hours, blogs were claiming a member of Jim's entourage was taken to the ER. When asked for comment, Jim's team went silent. No denials, no statements, just silence. And that silence spoke louder than anything. Meanwhile, the rival artist camp tried to spin the story. They released a statement calling Jim unstable and claiming he attacked unprovoked. But fans weren't buying it. Too many videos, too many eyewitnesses, too many loose lips telling the same story. The public sided with Jim until another shocking leak dropped. A recording of Jim himself, reportedly talking to someone after the fight. In the clip, Jim can be heard saying, "I tried to let it go. I tried to be the bigger man. But when you bring her name up, nah, it's up forever." That single sentence reignited the internet. Fans flooded timelines with hashtags like #ProtectChrissy and #JimJones did nothing wrong, while others speculated about a much deeper betrayal, one that might go beyond the stage. Insiders began whispering about money, secrets, and manipulation, allegedly. The rival artist had been working on a towel track exposing private details about Jim's relationship with Chrissy, using information that could have only come from someone close to them. One anonymous source told a blog, Jim found out too late. He confronted him after the show, but by then, the damage was done. As this rumor spread, an anonymous Twitter account posted an audio snippet from what they claim is that unreleased diss track. The voice in the clip sneers. "You call it loyalty, I call it fear. She ain't yours. You just keep her near." Fans went berserk. Some were convinced it was fake. others said it matched the rival's tone perfectly. Within minutes, the post hit 1 million views and was taken down. But not before being reposted everywhere. The betrayal now had a soundtrack. And Jim, he wasn't staying quiet. Hours later, he went live, face shadowed, voice trembling, clearly furious. "I kept my mouth shut for too long," he said. "Y'all think I'm soft? Watch what happens next time." His comments were flooded with flames, hearts, and warnings. Everyone knew this wasn't over. But what no one expected was what happened next. A security guard leaked unseen footage, grainy, shaky, but clear enough to show something shocking. After the brawl, when Jim was being dragged away, turns back and points straight at someone off camera, shouting, "You started this, but I'll finish it in public." That one frame broke the internet. People froze the video, zoomed in, enhanced it, and claimed the figure Jim was pointing at was a familiar face. Someone tied to Dipset. If that's true, this isn't just a feud. It's civil war. As the drama spiraled, another insider leak added gasoline to the fire. Screenshots from a private group chat surfaced showing members of Jim's camp arguing about what went down. One message reads, "He told him not to say her name. He warned him 3 times. Man asked for it." Another replied, "But the label's panicking. They want this buried before it ruins everything." The label's panic made sense because sponsors started pulling out of upcoming appearances. Jim's name was trending globally. Every outlet wanted an exclusive interview. But Jim wasn't talking to the press, not yet. Instead, he posted one cryptic line to Instagram: "The calm before the real storm." By now, fans were glued to their screens. Threads of speculation flooded Reddit. People started claiming to have insider info, others faked texts, and conspiracy theories ran wild. Some said this was all staged for publicity. Others swore it was revenge for a betrayal that happened years ago. But while everyone argued online, something major was brewing offline. According to a close associate, Jim received another anonymous message late that night. It's a warning that the rival artist planned to go public with something bigger than music. Something that would break the internet. No one knows exactly what that meant yet. But one thing's for sure, Jim's rage that night wasn't the end. It was the spark. And what's coming next might not just be another fight. It might be a full-blown scandal that changes everything he's built. Because as of this morning, a mysterious clip has begun circulating in private industry circles. A video reportedly showing what really happened after the cameras stopped rolling. And from what insiders are saying, it's far worse than anyone imagined. The industry woke up to absolute chaos. That mysterious clip, the one insiders had been whispering about all night, had finally leaked. And once people saw it, the entire conversation shifted from rumor to full-blown war. It was uploaded by an anonymous account at exactly 9:02 a.m., titled "Only the Truth About Last Night." Within minutes, the video hit 1 million views before being taken down. But not before the internet had already downloaded it, shared it, and dissected it frame by frame. The footage starts in a dimly lit backstage hallway. You can see security dragging someone off screen, and then Jim Jones bursts back into the frame yelling, "You think I'm a joke? Say her name again?" His voice shakes with rage. Someone off camera, believed to be the rival artist, fires back. "She's already talking to the blogs, homie." The entire room erupts. Tables flip. One bodyguard tries to intervene, but Jim shoves past him. It's raw, unfiltered madness. A moment of pure fury that no PR team can ever spin. But what comes next silences everyone. A phone hits the ground, camera still recording. You hear Jim yell, "You recorded me for clout." And then the sound of something breaking. That's when fans realized what this fight was really about. A secret recording that was allegedly made weeks ago and passed around behind Jim's back. Now, the rumor is that someone in Jim's circle leaked it to the rival artist, who then planned to use it in a diss track. The video wasn't just an argument. It was the moment Jim found out about that betrayal in real time, and the look on his face when he realized it. That's the image breaking hearts all over social media right now. Fans are split between anger and heartbreak. Some say Jim was right to react the way he did. Others say he lost control. But one thing's for sure. This wasn't about ego. It was about trust, love, and a level of violation that cuts deeper than any diss dot. As the clips spread, the fallout began. Labels started pulling deals, sponsors paused campaigns, and PR reps went into overdrive trying to contain the narrative. But it was too late. A Twitter thread claiming to have the full story went viral, revealing screenshots of text messages between Chrissy and a mutual friend. In one of the alleged texts, Chrissy wrote, "He keeps letting people close who don't deserve it. They all want to use him." Fans believe this was sent just hours before the fight. Meanwhile, Jim's closest friends are circling the wagons. One of his longtime collaborators tweeted, "They played dirty." But trust, Jim got receipts too. That one tweet sent shockwaves across the internet. What receipts? What could possibly top a backstage brawl, leaked audio, and stolen recordings? Then came the second leak, a short audio file uploaded anonymously on Reddit. You can hear Jim's voice calmer this time, saying, "They think they broke me. They just gave me clarity." The tone is cold, controlled, dangerous. Fans immediately started speculating that Jim is preparing to go public to name names, expose betrayals, and burn every bridge necessary to rebuild his empire from the ashes. And the tension only grew when a journalist posted a screenshot of an email allegedly from Jim's team, warning media outlets not to air any unauthorized backstage footage. The email ended with a chilling line, "We're handling this our way." That phrase has now become a meme, trending everywhere. #OurWay, symbolizing Jim's refusal to back down. But as fans laughed, insiders weren't. Because behind the scenes, there's talk that Jim is preparing a press conference, not just to clear his name, but to expose everyone involved. Sources claim he's got voice recordings, phone logs, and messages that could flip the entire story upside down. And here's where it gets wild. One of those recordings allegedly proves that the rival artist wasn't acting alone. Someone close to Jim, maybe even from his inner team, helped set him up. You heard that right? An insider. Someone he trusted. Someone who leaked private files, fed information to blogs, and tried to make him look unstable. According to one report, that person has already disappeared from social media. Their accounts. Deleted their phone. Disconnected. The betrayal goes deep, deeper than anyone expected. And then came Chrissy's silence breaker. After days of cryptic posts and deleted comments, she finally went live. The stream was short, just 3 minutes, but it broke the internet. With tears in her eyes, she said, "I told him not to go. I told him this would happen." But he had to face it. He had to see who was real. The live ended abruptly, but those words hit like a bomb dot within minutes. Hashtags like #ProtectJimJones, #TeamChrissy, and #WhoLeakedTheTape were trending worldwide. Fans began piecing together timelines, revisiting old interviews, and pulling up clips from years ago that now seem to hint at long simmering tensions. It's like the entire story was written in the shadows, waiting to explode under the stage lights. And then came the biggest twist yet. A verified gossip page claimed they received a second video, one even longer than the first, showing what happened after security finally cleared the room. According to their post, Jim was pacing in the hallway, clutching his phone, breathing hard. Then he looks straight into the camera and says, "You think this is over? This is the start." The page promised to release the full video at midnight, calling it the footage that will end careers. But hours before the release, the account vanished, deleted without a trace. No explanation. Fans began screaming cover-up. Some said labels paid them off. Others claimed the footage was seized. But a few claimed to have seen it, and what they described as chilling. They say the video shows Jim confronting someone else backstage, not the rival artist, but another man wearing a Dipset chain. The clip allegedly ends with Jim saying, "You were supposed to be my brother." That's the moment everyone realized this fight wasn't about outsiders. It was betrayal from within. The industry is now in lockdown mode. Everyone's gone silent, terrified of saying too much. But leaks keep slipping through the cracks, like a wound that won't stop bleeding. A journalist claims the label's executives are holding emergency meetings, terrified that Jim will go rogue and expose everything. Another insider says Chrissy's been getting calls from networks, begging for an exclusive interview, one that could set the record straight. But will she speak? Or will Jim strike first? Because right now, all signs point to something massive coming, a tell-all, a documentary, maybe even a diss track that flips the entire narrative. Insiders are already calling it the moment that could rewrite hip-hop loyalty forever. And if the whispers are true, Jim's next move isn't just about revenge. It's about redemption. He's reportedly working on something titled The Last Loyalty, which he plans to drop without warning. People close to him say it's not just music, it's evidence. Every track a story. Every verse a weapon. Every beat a name he's been waiting to say out loud. Fans are bracing for impact. 'Cause one thing's clear, Jim Jones isn't backing down. The man who shouted "next time I won't hold back" meant every word. And from what I'm hearing, next time might already be here. If you've been watching this story unfold, you already know this is just the beginning. What's coming next could shake the industry from the inside out. But don't just scroll past it. You're watching history being rewritten in real time. Every leak, every silence, every deleted post means something. So before the next chapter drops, hit that like button. Flood the comments with your theories and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Because the moment the next leak hits, you'll want to be the first to see it. Trust me, when Jim speaks, the world will stop. And you do not want to be the one hearing it secondhand. This isn't just celebrity drama anymore. It's war, and it's only getting started. ChatGPT said, "Listen, if you've made it this far, you already know this isn't just another Hollywood scandal. This is bigger. This is betrayal, loyalty, rage, and redemption colliding in real time." Jim Jones didn't just start a fight, he started a movement. And every second that passes, new secrets are leaking, new footage is surfacing, and new names are being whispered in the shadows. So don't just sit back and watch history unfold. Be part of it. Hit that like button right now if you think the truth still matters in this industry. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Jim was set up? Do you think Chrissy knew more than she let on? Or is there a bigger puppet master pulling strings behind the scenes? I want to see your theories, your receipts, your predictions, because one of them might just be right. And whatever you do, don't click away. Subscribe right now, turn on notifications, and lock in.